All right, so Kyle Rittenhouse is claiming that he's going to be suing the news media for defamation. I'm going to tell you whether he has a shot or not. My name is Nathan Laurie. If you are new here, we talk about the law and the facts. If you're about that life, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's see what Kyle Rittenhouse said on Tucker Carlson tonight. Who's going to sue and for what reasons? From here.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to imprison you for the rest of your life. It wasn't coverage, it was advocacy. You have a lot of potential targets to sue yourself. Will you be suing any of these news organizations, and if so, when?
Well, right now we're looking at quite a few politicians, celebrities, athletes. Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. She called me a murderer after I was acquitted by a jury of my peers.
He thought he was doing the right thing.
That's right. Yeah.
So even even all the excuses in the world does not change the fact that 3 people got shot.
Yeah.
2 people were murdered.
Yeah.
To me, it's murder. I'm sorry.
She went on to still say that. And there's others.
True.
Don't forget about Sank from the Young Turks. He called me a murderer before verdict and continues to call me a murderer.
You should not be bothered by the murders because, hey, it turned out 1 or 2 of the people he shot had done bad things.
Well, how about Huber? So he never got to cry on the stand because he was murdered, or now killed, officially killed, not murdered. And so here's an AR-15, so in case a butterfly floats by, you just murder everyone, okay? I'm sorry, kill everyone. Who are like, oh yeah, why don't you just bring weapons? Self-defense, murder, 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 murder.
True.
Interesting. And what about the people who called you groundlessly a white supremacist, which makes it pretty hard to get a job for the rest of your life if you're a white supremacist? Will you be responding to them?
Absolutely. We are going to hold everybody who's lied about me accountable, such as everybody who's lied, called me a white supremacist.
Yeah.
They're all going to be held accountable, and we're going to handle them in a courtroom.
So what do you think? Do you think Kyle has a shot? Most people out there will be like, yes, he has a shot. I'm going to break it to you. I'm sorry. Kyle likely has a really small chance. I don't think he's going to win, but hey, that's what juries are for, right? If it even makes it that close. Now, I did a video explaining the lies that the news media was spreading about Kyle Rittenhouse. So, you can watch that video. It's going to pop up here somewhere. Yes, the news media has lied about Kyle Rittenhouse, but I don't think he's going to be able to recover. Let me just be extremely clear about what these lies were, right? So let's take his example of Whoopi Goldberg and Crank Huger from the Young Turks, right? They both are calling him a murderer. So you would think that would be enough to win a defamation case, right? He's not a murderer. He was acquitted, and they're still saying it, right? That's a false statement. They're still saying it. But in the context of the shows and programs that they're on, he's not going to be successful. Let me give you an example of another host who essentially said someone else committed a crime, and they sued him for defamation and lost. Tucker Carlson, the guy right here, Tucker Carlson, it happened to him. Check this out.
Remember the facts of the story. These are undisputed. 2 women approached Donald Trump and threatened to ruin his career and humiliate his family if he doesn't give them money. Now that sounds like a classic case of extortion. Yet for whatever reason, Trump caves to it, and he directs Michael Cohen to pay the ransom.
Well, first of all, we don't know that there was actual extortion here. We know that a payment was made. There was a catch and kill deal with the National Enquirer. Whether or not it was extortion, that hasn't been proven yet, nor has it even really been alleged in many cases.
Well, I'm alleging. Let me just stop and say I'm alleging it because it's obvious. You're not going to pay $100,000 or 150 or 200 grand to someone unless there's a threat to you and your reputation. This is extortion. Now I don't know why it's not being prosecuted. I don't know why Trump isn't defending himself on those grounds. I would, but it clearly is extortion.
So just to be clear, Tucker Carlson made the claim that this woman was extorting Trump. And this video that you've just seen was used in a defamation case against Tucker Carlson for making these type of claims, for making these lies about this woman extorting President Trump. Now, Fox News admitted that these were lies, admitted that what Tucker was saying was false and was lies and was defamation, essentially. But his victim, was not able to recover. Now, why is that? Well, in the United States, we have very, very, very strong First Amendment protections, particularly versus opinions. Now, the court came to Tucker's defense and said that, hey, number one, Tucker Carlson's show is an opinion show. And on opinion shows, people are there to say things that are crazy and to get reactions from the crowd, but no reasonable person would think what Tucker just said was true or accurate. No person would believe what Tucker just said is a fact of reality, right? No reasonable person. That's what the court said. And the reason why is because it's an opinion show. So when you're talking about a show like The View is an opinion show just like this one is, where women go on the show and give their view. So they are going to be held to the same standard as Tucker Carlson was held. So even if Kyle Rittenhouse sues Whoopi Goldberg for saying that he's a murderer, it's likely going to be treated exactly like Tucker Carlson saying that this other woman was an extortionist. Right? Kyle's a murderer, false. She's an extortionist, false. But in the confines of these opinion shows that are given, then yeah, it's, you can't really win. The same thing happened with the Rachel Maddow case. And we started calling it the Rachel Maddow defense, where she made defamatory statements against, I believe, against One American News. And guess what? She was able to use this same defense that no reasonable person would believe that these stories are true. So based on that, Crank Uger, Whoopi Goldberg, saying these things about Kyle Rittenhouse, who is a public figure, who was dealing with a matter of public concern, these things seemingly he's not going to be able to recover for. Just like this woman against Tucker Carlson, she was not able to recover. Now, I know some of you are going to feel, oh my God, it's so sad. But fortunately or unfortunately, that's the law in the United States. You can say such things, and it really depends on if reasonable people are going to believe what you're saying is true. So, I do understand that Tucker is all for him suing and, you should sue and get them, but it happened to him. And the person that sued him, even though, again, Fox News admitted that what he was saying was untrue, what he is saying here were lies, and they still won their case. Now, based on the history of these other cases and even the history of Tucker, the show that Rittenhouse went on, it doesn't look like he really has a good chance of winning. Now, also, I do want to speak about the white supremacist piece of it too. Unfortunately, calling somebody a white supremacist or racist is a matter of opinion, and you can't recover under defamation laws for a matter of opinion. Like, for instance, calling someone racist. That, unfortunately, does not rise to the level of factual claim that is required for a defamation case. It is a matter of opinion. If you look at the Nicholas Sandmann case, Nicholas Sandmann asked the court if he could recover because the news media was calling him a racist, and the court said no because it's just a matter of opinion. So being called a white supremacist, even though it's hurtful, even though I agree it is going to harm your reputation, the fact of the matter is that it is a matter of opinion who's a racist or not. Think about it. Some people call President Trump a racist. Some people say he's not. That's a matter of opinion. So it's tough to recover for defamation in the United States, and these are the reasons why. Now, I'm going to say it. I feel horrible for Kyle Rittenhouse. I think he should recover. Now, if you want to see all the lies that the media has told, watch these videos I did. This is part 1 and part 2. The media's top lies about Kyle Rittenhouse. He laid it all out there. And it was horrible. It was horrible. But unfortunately, until the laws are changed, it's going to be extremely hard for this kid to recover. I feel for him. I feel for his family. I think heads should roll. I think, if there was any justice in this world, he would be able to sue these people. But unfortunately, as the law is now, and as I see it, if Tucker Carlson's victim couldn't recover, it's going to be very hard for, unfortunately, Kyle Rittenhouse to recover. But let me know what you feel in the comment section. Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse's case is different? Do you think it's the same? Do you think I'm being too pessimistic about his chances? Let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to see you next time. My name is Nate the Lawyer. Peace.